love the game. I love the hustle.
Yeah. So basically, Gilbert Arenas was talking about rings, winning a championship ring versus making the most money you possibly can in the NBA, right? And he was saying that give me the money. He was like, I don't need a ring. I'm not tripping off a ring like that. Give me the money. I think I apologize. I don't know her name, but he had a guest on his podcast, and she was asking, hey, if you made 170, and you didn't win a ring, but would you take 120? I believe and take a championship with that. He was like, nope, I need my 50. Give me my 50 mil. You know what I'm saying?
And I think Gilbert actually, I think his earnings was 170.
I think that's why she said that. I think that's why she said that. So like, would you give up 50 million to win a ring and still take your 120? And he was like, no. You know what I mean? And he was basically saying how like, he was like, nah, you crazy. He was like, he's like, people are selling their rings. Other people selling their rings for 10 grand. You know what I mean? They don't even make up for that. So I know you're big on this, right? This is why I wanted to talk about this topic with you, because you love talking about winners versus guys who don't want to win, losers. I don't want you to say you call them losers, but you say everybody's not winners. We kind of talked about it last week, and we was talking about James Harden versus D Wade. We had that debate. What's your thoughts on this, man? Like, and I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna kick it to you. I kind of feel like this is something like the reason why this topic is really interesting to me, because I feel like he's not the only one who feels like this and thinks like this, that plays or has played in the NBA, especially with these young kids now coming into the league. I feel like it is about the money. So what are your thoughts on that? Gilbert Arenas saying, no, give me the money. Y'all can keep the rings.
I mean, at this point, like, did you expect any other answer from my dog? Gil?
Yeah.
Like,
it's typical Gilbert answer, bro. Typical,
you know what I'm saying?
Typical.
James Harden, that's James Harden's in that Gilbert Arenas type.
Do you feel like he's there? Yeah. Do you feel like he's?
Hey, and both great players, hell of a players. You know what I'm saying? But not everybody had that Kobe. Not everybody had that special cloth in them. Not everybody had that Jordan or that. They don't have that. And I wouldn't expect any other answer from Gil. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's crazy because it's kind of a tricky question, though, because when we get to talking about dudes that never won a championship, right? Like, first off, these dudes, we talking about the Charles, well, maybe outside of maybe Charles Barkley, but the Pete Maraviches, the Karl Malones, the Stocktons, that these dudes don't have the luxury to even wage off 50 million, you know what I mean, of their life earnings to even go for it, you know what I mean? But if they was in the same position where they if Karl Malone 170, I'm pretty sure he would, because that's what the game means to them.
Yeah, right.
The game means,
right.
That shouldn't even be a question.
Yeah. Nah.
Anyway, hey, my thing is this, right? Anyway, when you come from nothing, if you got 120, you can make up that other 50 somehow, some way. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So yeah, I want to be a winner. Like, I don't want to be the guy at the end of the. Now, don't get me wrong. I don't want to be on the end of the bench that didn't. You know what I mean? But if we talking about legacy, then yeah, I need that to the cherry on top for my legacy. But these dudes ain't playing for legacy. They playing for a bag.
Is that a bad thing? And is that why the league is the way it is? That people play. But here's the thing, though, right? And then like. Now I feel like now I'm talking to you about this subject, and I didn't think about this till just right now, this very second. Maybe I shouldn't be so mad at dudes trying to team up to win, because they're showing that they want to win, right? But then at the same time, they're still getting their bag, they still getting that money. But if they're showing it like, yo, I want to come together, I want that chip, I want to win. Now I'm like, is that such a bad thing? If you do have dudes with the Gilbert Arenas mentality of, I'm not even tripping, just give me the bag. But then you have guys like Durant and Booker and Beal who want to team up, or Durant and Harden and Kyrie who want to team up, or Bron and Wade and Ba. Like, is that maybe I shouldn't be so mad at super teams in, because these are dudes that want to win championships. So it's almost like if you're a fan like me, it's almost like, well, which way do you want it? Do you want guys that want to win, or am I a fan that just wants the players to win under my conditions? Like, nah, don't go team up, but I still want you to try to be a winner, though. Like, do I want my cake and eat it too? Do I want it both ways? It's kind of tricky, right? Like,
it's Some people wake up, the first thing they do is brush their teeth, and there's some others when the first thing they do, they don't brush their teeth. They start a conversation. So it's either way. How you know what I mean? How
what you think? Like what you think? Like is it like do you want do you want a guy who wants to win? Winner. So you want winners.
I want the guy who wants to win. I can point somebody out who don't want to win. That's what again it goes back to a great player, but I could see from afar from that. His reply, I wouldn't expect anything else because his game showed that. You know what I'm saying? And some of these dudes, they get to a point, you know what I mean? They in a situation, they done been to, and they in a losing franchise, a losing city. You know what I mean? They done been there 4, 5, 6 years. Now it's kind of like, now I'm really just playing for the bag for real now.
I just feel like there's so many variables in the league because now you got teams who aren't really concerned about, you got teams and owners who aren't really concerned about winning. Then you got players who aren't concerned about winning. But then you got these guys who want to team up because they want to win. And you got guys like Jimmy Butler who just play hard. They want to win, but they don't really have like the super team. You got the Giannis's up there who already has a ring. You know he wants to win, but it's not really trying to form like a super team. It's just so many different variables in the league now, man. It's like, damn, like when you think about it, it's like, it's kind of crazy. You know what I mean? Because everybody's not on the same page of winning. And then the people who do want to win don't have the same view of how they want to win or how you should win. Or how winning should look. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's just crazy when you think about it, man. This is a very interesting topic to me, man.
To the point where you like, you know what, I'm gonna milk this thing for everything it is.
Yeah. So I mean, I guess Gilbert's like, you know what, give me the bag. That's why I'm here. I'm trying to, you know, get generational wealth. And he's like,
I'm not mad at that.
But maybe he's not necessarily saying I don't care about winning. Maybe he just said like it's money first. And if I happen to win in the process, you know, because Gilbert was a good player. Let's not act like Gilbert Arenas wasn't
great. Really good player.
Yeah, but he just really he just was on bad teams. You know what I mean? So
and that's what I was saying. And then you get to a point where it's like, man, I'm gonna chase these back. Like, my character is in no doubt. You know what I mean? Everybody know I'm a dog. Everybody, winner, you know what I'm saying? But
what type of player would you be? Ring or champion? Or excuse me, championship or money?
That's a great question.
So let me ask you this. I'm gonna be more specific with you.
Let me say this too.
Okay.
Let me say this. Some guys with legacy in the ring, that always their lifetime. Off that one ring, you can generate wealth off that one ring. You're a champion.
You're a champ. But he did make a good point though, right? One of the things he said was Robert Horry has 7 rings, but he only made $54 million. You know what I'm saying? So, but then Gilbert made 170 with no ring. So, which career would you take? Let me ask you that. Which career would you take? 50 million, 7 rings, 170, never sniffed a championship.
I'm taking 54. I'm done. I'll take the 54 million in the rings. That's me because you know why?
I know you're being honest when you say that, but I think if you were presented with it,
you're right.
I think you taking that 170.
Right.
I think if you was if you had that A and B, I think you're taking that one. It'd be hard not to take that 170.
But you know what? You know what comes behind them rings is a journey, though. Robert Horry's journey with them rings is crazy. Of course, Gilbert Arenas got caught with the thing in the locker. He won his bag.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
All right, let me ask. All right, let me one more scenario. 200 mil, no ring, 120, 2 rings. So 80 mil difference. What would you take? That's a lot. 80 mil. 80 mil is a lot.
80 mil is a lot.
But 122 rings, that's a lot of money too. And you get 2 rings, you're a champion.
Absolutely. 200. I might have to take that 200.
Yeah.
That's a big.
That's huge, bro. You know, it's definitely interesting, man. I think we're seeing a lot of players kind of make that decision before our eyes. Every free agency, we see guys kind of make these decisions and sign these huge contracts with these bad teams, and we're like, wait, why'd you re-sign with the Wizards? Like, but then it's like, all right, well, they're like, hey, I need my bag. You know what I mean? So that's how some guys look at it, man. The championship, maybe having an NBA championship doesn't mean as much anymore to most of these guys in the league, man.